It's 2024, another Olympic year, and I've again been invited to serve as chaplain to many of the runners competing in track and field, specifically the Kenyan runners. And this is a role in which I've served the past 12 years, and I've appreciated my opportunities to serve some of the most committed, talented, and dedicated athletes on the planet. If you want to know more about my previous ministry with Kenyan runners, please read my blog posts on this site. Now, I have several goals in serving Kenyan runners this summer. First, pastoral guidance during critical moments in one's life opens tremendous doors to discipleship. From weddings and funerals to even times of war. A gospel presence in these critical moments help mold and shape us into the image of God. Now, admittedly, my goal in serving Kenyan runners is not evangelistic, but to support those who already follow Christ. This is one reason I have as much access as I do to the runners. I remember when I began my ministry with Kenyan runners, I talked to many of them who all professed a love for Jesus, and I had no reason to doubt them. But then I heard them make statements like, only hypocrites go to church, or pastors just want your money. And I thought to myself, when these Kenyan runners retire, they become the local politicians, business owners, and community leaders in their area. So if I can teach them what it means to live a life consistent with the gospel, then maybe we can make a measurable impact on Western Kenya. Serving the top Kenyan athletes at events like the Olympics gives me a window in a critical time of their lives. The culmination of years of training to experience either the thrill of victory or the agony of defeat. Either way, this is an unparalleled opportunity for Kenyan runners to be molded into the image of Christ. Now, my second goal is much more generic, just to be with the athletes and to develop relationships with them. Admittedly, after COVID, a new generation of Kenyan runners has emerged that I've not had the pleasure of getting to know yet. The runners with whom I developed the closest relationships, the Abel Karuis and Wilson Kipsangs of the running world, they're all now in retirement. A personal presence at events like the Olympics positions me to serve these runners well for the next few years, whether that's at other races, over a meal, or in their own homes. Now, the theme I've identified for this Olympic year is living a life worthy. In the various print materials and Bible studies I will lead, we'll talk about Philippians 1:27. Whatever happens, live a life worthy of the gospel of Christ. Because I believe that champions are not merely those people who have won a race. Actually, people win races because they already are champions. They treat every day like a champion, taking care of the smallest details with the heart of a champion, and that is why they win. Now, when one brings that same attitude towards their personal lives, we realize that we're not Christians because we act a certain way. We act a certain way because we're Christians. When we allow the character of God to inform every area of our lives, big and small, public and private, we live a life worthy of the gospel we have received, whatever happens. While I'm traveling by myself to Paris this summer, I can't go alone. I need people to support me. I need people to invest in me. And I need people to pray for me. I would ask that you go to the Get Involved page on this website to learn how you, your family, your church, or your team can be a part of what God is doing, what God will do in Paris this summer. Thank you.